Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue.
Hello, we are back with Alan Wake episode 5. This is Barani.
And Pred, hey guys.
Hi.
Great to be back. Sober.
That about sums it up.
It's been like 10 days again.
Yeah, I got sick. I had a really bad cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we couldn't meet up.
And
I need to talk to Weaver.
Barry
She's the one in the
speaks
song. The
like
lady of
he
the light.
put the words out of our
What,
brain.
the crazy lady?
Took
Yes.
rather than
Whatever you
put.
say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here.
Do you know Raymond Chandler, by the way?
Agent Nightingale.
'Cause I don't.
I know Tyson Chandler. He's the center of the New York Knicks. But that doesn't play a role here, right?
No, I don't think so.
But Raymond Chandler,
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
well, let me look it up.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this.
Oh my god!
Light.
Yeah, that's
We
it for
need
Nightingale.
light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
So,
my
Nightingale,
office.
the
I got
Nightingale is
your
actually a
phone.
symbol for lovers.
Okay.
Yeah, it introduces the season of spring.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
Yeah, and the Nightingale, as
Nightingale
the
felt
rose
situation
is a symbol for
veering out of his
beauty.
control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
You must have been kind of
Get the emergency power on.
really drunk to not see this coming if you read the pages right before he was grabbed by the dark presence.
Me. Yeah.
No, him.
Yeah, yeah.
Nightingale. Almost as drunk as we were, probably,
So,
when recording the last episode.
so being terrified in by acknowledging that you're like a character in a book, that's like the Dark Tower, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're terrified that they're only, or they can't believe that they're only characters in the book.
Yeah, I think that's a big
I don't know if
big
it's
similarity. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not a reference, but
I see a lot of similarities to the Dark Tower series, which probably is because I'm reading it right now.
Yeah.
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light, and I need to
So,
find Cynthia Weaver.
why were
She
you
can help
talking
me
about
stop
Raymond
this.
Chandler?
Cynthia.
Nightingale calls us like 4 or 5 or maybe
different-
6 different writer names, and I know everyone except Raymond Chandler.
So Raymond Chandler is an American author, and he wrote the famous
I need you to stay here. What?
criminal novels
We're going to fetch our ride,
Okay.
but I have friends who need to be
with
warned
a
about
melancholic
this, and I can't be in
private
two places
detective
at
called
once.
Philip
I need your
Marlowe.
help.
Oh, sounds
Okay.
like an archetype.
Here's a list of people
Of
and
some
phone
sort.
numbers.
Yeah.
I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey.
This is kind of funny,
this
by
like
the
a
way.
secret society?
Can you do
Barry
this?
has to
You'll
call
be safe
everyone on the
here.
list to
Backup
tell
power
them
zone.
the secret
These guys
password
need
that
to be
something is
alerted
going
just
wrong
in
again.
case we don't come back.
Okay.
You'll
If you
come
stay
back,
there,
right?
As soon
he
as we
will
get the
really
chopper
literally
ready.
call
Thanks,
everyone
Wheeler.
on the list and
I
you
owe
can
you
listen to
one.
him.
Really?
Okay,
To every
let's go,
person.
Wade.
Yeah,
He
and
calls.
then he calls, I don't know if that's the 3rd or 4th call. He calls an old lady and she doesn't let him speak. And then there's this infinite loop of him trying to say something and her interrupting him all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box.
Yeah, I could actually tell an anecdote from my life as a working blue collar.
I'd be glad to hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
So, as you know, I worked in an online pharmacy, and because some people got sick, I had to work as a, I don't know, what do you call that? Like reclamation? Is that what you call it in English?
You mean when stuff gets sent back because customers are unsatisfied?
Yeah, it's
I don't know what you call it.
Unsatisfied or it's broken in the first place.
Yeah.
And old people need a lot of medication, so I had to talk to a lot of old people, and there was
on the phone.
Yeah, and there was this one old lady. I don't think there was anything wrong with what she got. She just wanted to talk.
Okay, yeah.
And it was the same experience. She was talking and talking, and at first she was like, "Oh, I'm not satisfied with what I got." Then I was like, "Yeah, but you know, you ordered that, and you have to read about it first, and then before you buy something."
Obviously.
And then she just started talking about her personal life.
Oh, that's great.
How her credit card got stolen and whatever. And I was just like, okay, you know, she didn't have anything. She just wanted to talk.
Yeah, she was probably so lonely.
Yeah.
In her life. And she thought your voice, I don't know, probably appealed to her. Let's talk to this nice young guy.
Yeah, I think if you're like an experienced...
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
Telephone receptionist, whatever.
Yeah.
You probably know that you cut off these people and you're not friendly all the time because you know these kind of people will call.
Yeah.
But if you're unexperienced...
What am I,
probably,
an electrician? Yeah. Hold on!
I couldn't work around this on the phone. I couldn't sell anything on the phone. I couldn't be rude on the phone to old people. Wouldn't be a job for me.
No. No. Yeah, as you know, I worked at a debt collecting office.
Oh, damn, that's smart.
And had to talk to a lot of people on the phone.
Yeah, that's even more crazy.
Yeah,
Collecting financial debts on the phone.
I hated that job.
Yeah.
I really did.
You didn't do it long.
Oh, like, I think 9 months.
Oh, that long, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably kind of a chilled student's job.
Yeah.
Making money next to studying.
Yeah, and in the end, because you're just a student working there, you don't really have any responsibility.
Yeah. In this part...
Oh, that's Reindeer Day.
Deerfest.
Deerfest.
Yeah.
Reindeer Day.
In this part, it's cool to have someone by your side to shoot. And this time, not like the last time with the kidnapper, you actually have the gun yourself also. And she has unlimited ammo in her shotgun.
Really? But she doesn't seem to use her flashlight correctly.
She doesn't use it extremely intelligently, but she uses it. You can really say that she uses that she's kind of helping you with her light. But not in a perfect way, of course. I mean, her AI, I think, only lets her shoot to the closest enemy. It doesn't matter if its darkness is worn off or not.
Okay.
This is one problem, but she does a good job. Yeah, and I don't know where to go, although the chest is right next to me.
Chest.
Yeah, it's good to be doing this again, by the way.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this.
Yeah, and it's not that much to do anymore. I mean, there's episode 5. We have to do the second chapter of episode 5 with live commentary on me playing the game, because the video I recorded was some kind of broken.
Bright Falls industrial area.
Yeah, you know what that means, right? That you will be playing and you have to concentrate on playing, and I will be yapping along.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, and I think
Sickle.
There's an achievement. It's been such a long time since I recorded this. Yeah, sickle. I think there's an achievement if you don't die from the beginning of the episode to the part where you get into the helicopter later on. But I'm not sure about this. We will see when we get the achievement, I guess.
We're getting into a helicopter?
Yeah, that's some part of the story later.
Spoiler alert.
A little bit of a spoiler, yeah.
You know, I read there was like a sequel to Heavy Rain coming out.
Oh yeah?
For the PS3.
Oh great.
Yeah. And the main character is actually voiced by Ellen Page.
That caught me quite off guard, yeah. It's kind of good. I don't know who Ellen Page is, but it's...
Ellen Page is, you know, Juno, the movie?
Oh yeah, I know who she
the girl.
is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. She's kind of cute.
Yeah, definitely. And she's a good... I don't know if she's a really good actor, but she's good enough.
Yeah, she's good enough, yeah.
And she plays in some really cool movies, I think.
Yeah. After I read what movies she played in, I can look it up. I have my tablet right here.
I've just recently saw the Woody Allen Rome movie.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's the opportunity to use the jukebox the second time.
Oh,
and
so
if you do it, you get the achievement.
I remember now.
Is it the same song?
Yeah. And you have to use it once, you know, then go to it again and push it so the record really unstucks. Whatever.
Yeah, but
and then you can use it there the second time.
Oh, so you have to unstuck it first in the beginning of the game?
Exactly, yeah.
Barry was in his element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know.
Sorry, were you talking about... Oh, sorry.
He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He had only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building. And then the lights went out.
So is this because of what we were doing? I mean, he's still inside calling people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There is this kind of... I don't know if secret society is the right expression, but I guess so.
Like secret, like the Illuminati or the...
Yeah, on a small scale.
Oh, it's like in the town?
In the town, exactly, because they obviously have some pre-experience with this, and so they arranged this this password. in the society if something goes wrong again.
And Barry is part of that society?
No, he just has the list with all the names and calls everyone and tells them the password.
So who told him to do that? The
Breaker.
policewoman?
Breaker at the beginning, the sheriff, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Before we went out. And the shotgun is, by the way, extremely helpful. I really realized that first when I played with Breaker on my side in this episode, because she's shooting at all the people all the time with her shotgun, and they get knocked back like, I don't know,
okay.
1 or 2 meters.
Yeah.
And if you get, for example, charged by the big, oh, there's a camp pyramid. If you get charged by the big guy, I'm gonna. Oh, there's no page. Okay. You can stop him while charging with a shotgun shot.
Oh, okay.
Even
so
if
she keeps him away from you. Sorry.
Yeah. Even if the darkness on him isn't already worn off. So the shotgun is really nice and in nightmare mode if you just want to skip all the enemies because they take like 10 shotgun shots and you have to get some room for yourself.
You use the shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay.
To just knock him back and run past. I think there's a big fight coming up.
A boss fight?
Not really, no. But kind of a big fight.
Watch my back, Wade.
I've recorded the entirety of the first add-on.
Yeah.
At this point. So only thing I'm missing is the second add-on.
Which is American Nightmare?
No, that's a standalone game.
Really?
Yeah.
Standalone game?
Yeah, it's an arcade title, so I don't know how big it is, how many hours you can play it, how many play hours.
But it's the same kind of game?
I think it's the same engine, and it kind of probably takes place in the same universe, and I don't know about the chronology, but I guess it's after what happens in The Writer.
Okay.
And The Writer is the second add-on for this game, which I haven't recorded yet. It's the only thing missing. What I wanted to say about the first add-on, there's this big boss fight at the end. And that is the first thing in the whole game that really felt like a boss fight in terms of difficulty and
Okay, so you mean in the add-on?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe some fans are like, oh, there's no real boss fight?
Yeah. Which really is a pity.
You like boss fights?
Yeah, extremely. I like them extremely. I mean, you always have these big ambush situations with some of the different enemy types, which are sometimes a little bit harder than the normal enemies, but none of them is really hard, you know?
So would you say there's an emphasis on skill in this game? Like overall? Do you have to be a skilled gamer to...
Not really. You have to get used to the controls, like in every game.
Yeah. Here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
And you have to get used to the enemy behavior, which is even more important.
Fine.
You mean the flanking and...
Exactly.
Building,
okay.
the main entrance.
And that's it. Then you can breeze through, kind of. Even in nightmare mode. It really isn't that hard to play.
Speaking of boss fights, you know, before we started this Let's Play thing...
The keys aren't upstairs, Wake.
We talked about doing... what did we talk about doing first? Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, I was kind of against it because I said that it was more based on atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I saw some scenes of it now.
Yeah.
And it looks so awesome.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I think sooner or later we have to do that game.
Yeah, probably. Thing is, I never had a PS2 and I never got the chance to play it. And I didn't ever want to watch a LP because I wanted to play it.
Yeah,
by myself.
I have that with a couple of games. Like Alan Wake, for example.
Weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again. But meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer.